We'll check in with Meg Terrell this morning, talk about what she knows. And I guess, Meg, the degree to which you're surprised, there had been some on the street, at least. Goldman's a good example from last November that did sort of spell out a downside scenario on J&J because of safety issues, and even AZN as well.
Yeah, it's certainly an evolving situation right now. We've been following the situation with AstraZeneca in Europe very closely, and it was only on Friday that European regulators signaled they were looking into 4 cases of blood clots with the J&J vaccine, 3 of which were reported from the United States, including 1 death. Now, we checked in with the FDA on Friday, and they said they were looking into these themselves. As of today, the statement we have seen from the FDA and CDC, a joint statement, notes there have been 6 of these cases of extremely rare blood clots among 6.8 million vaccinations with the J&J vaccine in the United States. So these are rare and severe blood clots. It's a combination of a blood clot with a low platelet level. So it has a very specific profile in terms of what to look for. It's not just a normal blood clot. Now, in terms of the symptoms that they note, they see them within 3 weeks of the, we should also note all 6 of these cases occurred in women ages 18 to 48. The symptoms occurred within 6 to 13 days after vaccination. And they are putting this out to let doctors know you don't treat this with heparin the normal way you might treat blood clots. Alternative treatment is required here because heparin might actually be something that you don't want to give. And in terms of what folks should be looking out for, even though this is exceedingly rare, they say within 3 weeks of vaccination, if anyone feels severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, or shortness of breath, they should let their doctors know. Now, guys, you were talking about that statement from J&J earlier. They do note there is no link that has been definitively proven here. No causal relationship has been established, they say, between these rare events and the J&J COVID-19 vaccine. They say they're working with regulators and they are looking at this themselves. And again, we'll hear at 10 a.m. from the FDA more about their investigations here and how they're looking at this. And then tomorrow, the CDC's advisory committee will meet and have a meeting and have a discussion about all of the data and try to figure out the best way forward, guys. But 6 events out of more than 6 million vaccinations, it's very rare. They want to make sure they understand the risk-benefit, guys.
Meg, I find this news, let's just say, capricious. Because 274 people, Brian Sullivan and I going back on this, 274 people die each day of clotting. COVID causes clotting. J&J, let's just say, had been very successful with its vaccine. If you look at, say, the NJ.com today, there's one person who got COVID after they got the J&J vaccine, and that was newsworthy. So can we just accept that it may not be the panic cause that a lot of people are making this, Meg?
Certainly, it's really difficult to evaluate risk. You know, we hear about something like this and it sounds really scary. The risk from getting COVID is really bad too. We've become used to that risk of COVID. And so a lot of folks will say the way we think about risk benefit for ourselves is not always the way we actually should in reality think about what poses the biggest risk to us. But what a lot of folks I'm seeing say this morning are saying is that the FDA is taking this really seriously, and in some ways we should be reassured by how careful the regulators are being about 6 cases of these rare blood clots, ensuring they understand the risk-benefit for different populations. This is what we saw Europe do for the AstraZeneca vaccine too, so that people can really feel confident in the system that what the FDA puts its stamp on really means it's safe and effective.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.